What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 103 of WCW. I'm Swarls. Let's start with a little bit of, let's start with this. When Worlds Collides in 3 days. That's the Inoki retirement show in the Tokyo Dome. So we got that coming up. We got Super Viernes before that, which I have no idea what we're doing on. But let's also talk schedule a little bit, because I was talking last week about how we have Worlds Collide, we've got Havoc, and then after Havoc, we have enough time to do a Champions Carnival, but Fall Brawl kind of falls in the middle of that. And I was like, I don't really know what to do with Fall Brawl as a pay-per-view. If it's in the middle of the Champions Carnival. And then someone left a comment on YouTube. I think it was Davo. Shout out to Davo. And he was like, hey, why don't you do Fall Brawl in September? And then I was like, hey, yeah. Because we don't have anything in September. We have a big gap between Worlds Collide and Halloween Havoc. So we could, in fact, just do Fall Brawl in September. Then we would have a big gap between Halloween Havoc and Starrcade. But that's fine, because we'll be doing the Champions Carnival. So it'll be fine to have a big gap then. So I actually think that's a good idea. Although that does leave us with a little bit of an issue in the sense of we already have Halloween Havoc booked, right? So this is the show that's happening in 3 days, Nokia Tyrant Ruin show, right? So the next show, which would be Fall Brawl, has to be a Saturday show. So this would then be Fall Brawl. And so we have this booked. But I think we can rebook it and just squeeze so like we were gonna do Ric Flair and Eddie, we were gonna do Tenryu and Arn, we were gonna do Paul Levesque in a 4-way defending his TV title. So what if we just smushed all those together and we did 4 horsemen teaming with Dan Severn to take on Arn, who was gonna wrestle Tenryu, to take on Eddie, who was gonna wrestle Rick, to take on Shamrock and Takada, who were gonna take on Paul Levesque. And then Ricky Steamboat, because Ricky Steamboat didn't have anything to do. Bing, bang, boom. I think that works. And then we still have the title match. We still have Steiner versus Steiner. We still have the Coven defending. Like, I think that's fine. I think that works out. I like Dan Severn as an honorary horseman. That's fun. So, I think we're just going to do that. Also, it gets rid of this kind of goofy TV title 4-way match, which I wasn't in love with. I would say this goes up here. 1, 2, 3, 4... 5, 6. Okay, this is now only a 6-match card, although one of them is War Games. So we definitely have room for more matches if we want to add stuff. But we'll figure that out as we book. And then after that would be Halloween Havoc, which would now be a Nitro show. No, I made Steamboat the 5th guy in the War Games. That's the plan, because the teams were unbalanced. If like it to get 5v5, because to me it only made sense for Shamrock and Takada to be in this match if Severn was on the other side. But then because there's 4 horsemen, that was 5 people, so I put Steamboat in as the 5th babyface. But Slinger can do something. Yeah, we definitely have room for one more match on this card. But we'll figure it out. We got it. Let's get to the stuff. Also, let's remember to actually move Fall Brawl. Fall Brawl, you are now happening. I mean, we might as well just go end of the month, because I assume that's when Halloween Havoc is. Ooh. You know, it could be on October 1st. That's not the worst idea. That's definitely the fall, although 2 October shows, I don't love that. Even though it is like the first and last. Actually, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 5 Sundays that month. That's actually fine. Yeah, let's do a Sunday, October 1st. WCW presents Fall Brawl. And this is now a Saturday brand show. Then Halloween Havoc is now a Nitro brand show, and that is on the 29th. Yeah, that's fine. It's not really good for us to do pay-per-views on Saturdays because that's when Saturday night is. So I try to do them all on Sundays. Although we do it, I guess, for the Starrcade double shots. Actually, I think what I did last year was I went live on Wednesday. I think that's what we did for the Saturday taping. We went live. I think that was what we did, if I remember correctly. Alright. We got the 1st and the 29th. That's great. Now we got to book a Super Viernes, a show where I don't remember what's going on. Riley, what's up, man? That is what yeah, I thought so. Because I wasn't sure how the game was going to handle running. Because really, they would be running head-to-head. Well, actually, I guess Saturday is at 6:05, right? So I guess technically we could just run it at normal... Whatever. Oh, Masahiro Chono got hurt. He was supposed to be in our stupid 10-man tag. Oh, out for a few months. That's actually brutal for New Japan. Like, for us, it's just, like, whatever. We replace him in the stupid... he was on the heel team. Okay. Also, someone told me from the borrow workers thing that if you just give them money straight up, that works better. Oh, New Japan has negative $1 million, huh? How do I fucking borrow people again? Relationships. New Japan. No. No, I'm not buying New Japan. Leave me. Talent trades. Hey, talent trades. Okay. Who else is a heel? That's weird. Oh, because I have 2. Okay. Tenzan? Is Tenzan a heel? That would probably... Although, isn't Tenzan like a young boy? Let me see. Who else is here? Kensuke. Kensuke's probably... Although, I think Kensuke is also, like, young, right? I should really be looking at their roster before we do a talent trade. Alright. New Japan. Who are your heels? Alright. Kiyosato, Akira, Katoshi Saito. Hiroshi Hase. Hiroshi Hase would probably be good for this. Tenzan. I was right that Tenzan is not over yet. Liger. Ugh. Kensuke. Kensuke's a little over. Although his skills are not what I would expect them to be. Koji Kanemoto. Inoki? Choshu's already in it, though, right? Yeah, Choshu's already in it. Scott Norton. We could bring Scott Norton back. That would be funny. Young Otani. Can we get Fujinami in the match? I would love to get Fujinami in the match. Is he still active? Yeah, he's still active. Let's ask him about Fujinami. Okay. Tatsumi Fujinami. Go to loan instead of talent trade. No, we're not in an alliance. Yeah, that's the problem. Someone said we could just put like none in the thing back, but I don't. That doesn't seem to work. None didn't seem to be an option. Yeah, there's no none. I already have Fujinami? Oh, Fujinami's on the face team even though he's a heel? Okay. Well, let's put him on the fucking... Alright. Alright, let me bring this over. Chono, you're hurt. You're off the heel team. Thank you, chat, for being vigilant about that. Fujinami, you are now on the heel team. So now let's go get a babyface. Let me go back to companies. All right, who do we got here? We already got Muto coming over. Chono was also a babyface in all the heel team. I screwed that up. This might actually be helping us. We have young Kojima with 45 pop. We have Hashimoto. It should probably be Hashimoto. I mean, it should probably be Hashimoto. It should probably be Hashimoto. Do you guys want Aja Kong? They would do it for Inoki. Yeah, I bet. No, they would literally just Inoki. Okay, so let's send them like the funniest person we can, which I think is Giant Warrior. And then let's give them like $500,000. Wow, even with that? $1 million. Okay. Okay. Giant Warrior not getting it done even with $1 million. That's crazy. Oh, that's where you do it. Okay. Oh, okay. So we don't... Okay. They'll do it for $50,000. Okay. Whoever gave me that tip on YouTube was probably pulling their fucking hair out as I still couldn't figure it out. Thank you, Zodiac. Yeah, no, they'll do it for like $50K. Let's go. Also, when Chono gets healthy in like a month, we'll have a random Chono booking. That'll be fun. Oh yeah, they had negative $1 million. I could have. Well, whatever. We can just give them money later if they're about to die. Let me write down Hashimoto in this 10-man tag before I forget. Yeah, they were like 500,000 in Giant Warrior. No, 50 grand and no one. You will take it. What am I doing? No nights off. All right, let's go. We took a week off from Arena Mexico, so you know what that means. We're going back to Arena Mexico. We should probably spam finishes for the pay-per-view. Likely for Steve Williams. This is something I talked about with Nick on Wednesday, and I want your guys' thoughts on it if you weren't watching on Wednesday. Should we start just declining likelies? Because we never use them. I'm never going to use that likely to succeed finish for Dr. Death. Like, ever. We got 3 more. Come on. Near certainty. Hey, now we're talking. A likely for Eddie. I mean, I'm taking it for now, but I don't... Safe bet for Steve Austin. Okay. Okay. Gran Marcus. No, go away. Vicky Carranza. Wasn't she good? Wasn't she like the like veteran women's wrestler? Yeah, she's good. Yeah, you know what? Even though you don't want to work, because you're a good worker, you can hang out. Danielle that Lance Storm. Too Cold and Randy Savage had to be separated. Oh boy. Your stooge Randy Savage has notified the El Connect. Yeah, I know, El Connect. Training. Gran Hamada went to Wrestler's Court because he didn't pick up his travel partner. He has to buy him meals for the next 3 shows. That seems fair. Small positive, okay. Black Warrior has an angle idea. I bet he's cooking. Okay, all right. What are we doing on this brand? Skyda beat El Genio. Jerry Estrada beat Rowdy Piper. Okay, we're just burying Piper. Or okay, Candido is going for the welterweight title. That was why we did that. We're doing Lasertron and Randy Savage, Mass versus Hair, eventually somewhere at some point. Energy Lance defeated Connect, Blue Panther, and Black Warrior. El Dandy defeated Too Cold to retain this. And then, oh, we're doing PERRO, and yeah, okay. Okay. I don't have any notes for this brand, so I'm hoping I at least made storylines. Let's see. How did Pass Swarley do? Pass Swarley do good. Okay. We're gonna do Wagner Jr. and Connect, sure. PERRO and Dandy, yep. That's already very hot. Savage and Lasertron still going. Skyda and Cass is still going. Tag titles is still going. Welterweight title just started. And the world title scene. Okay. So we're going to do a thing. We're going to have PERRO cut a promo calling out El Dandy. He wants El Dandy's light heavyweight title. El Dandy's going to be like, who'd you ever beat? You can't just call out El Dandy. Who are you to call out El Dandy? And he's going to tell him to beat someone tonight if he wants a title shot. This is some real like Monday Night Raw ass booking. So then we will do PERRO Aguayo taking on, oh, I don't know. Who else is recognizable? We gotta get some recognizable heels, man. El Genio. Don't love that. Candido. Blue Panther. Blue Panther. Let's do this. Let's do Negro Casas. I'm gonna let them cook. I'm gonna 16. Oh, and by cook, I mean do a slow build match. And then we will have PERRO win. And in my head, this is going to be Skida stopping Dandy from interfering, but I'm just going to put it in the game as like double interference. So PERRO would be getting attacked by El Dandy. And Negro Casas would be getting attacked by Skida. This is real just like Attitude Era stuff. Okay. Chris? No, the crowd is okay with English. The crowd's okay. So we can have Candido cut a promo. I don't know that we should. But, like, he's got wide ranges here. He could be good. He could be great. There's only one way to find out. Candido cook test. He wants the welterweight title. This could go real poorly. But, you know, there's only one way to know. You gotta let these guys cook once in a while. Yes, that is also true. The more promos he cuts, the more that gap will, you know, the more we'll know if he's actually good or not. Also, if he just does it, we'll know if he's good or not, but he could also improve. That would be good. Okay. I'm going to have Randy and El Genio work a tag match where they just beat some heels. Or, excuse me, just beat some faces. They are heels. They are just going to beat Psychosis and Super Crazy because I think that's fun. Just go like 8 minutes. Alright, it would have been crazy if I'd done that before. Randy is going to simply win. And then we're going to do a big old brawl afterwards. With Lasertron and Randy Savage. My cat is, he has just sat down between me and the laptop. This is not a good time, Charlie. Okay, we need our high spots and we need our tech masterclass. I say this like every week, but I think Skida just needs to like get wins. So it'd be great for him to have a tech masterclass, but I don't think there's any tech, like over tech heels he could beat. Oh, he's so close. He's so... In fact, what's his momentum? Neutral. Do I have any character ideas? I have many character ideas. Are any of them good? Safe bet near. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, I have a lot of good character ideas. Okay. Success. All right. Warm momentum. I think we need very warm for it to be okay. So let's give him another one. Let's go double near certainty. Success. Boom. Very warm momentum. Now we can book him without getting penalized. Let's go. I didn't realize I had that many. I was farming those for a while, huh? Alright, so now Skyda can literally face whatever heal I want. So, who is just our most technical heal? That's not like Blue Panther, because he's not beating Blue Panther. He could be Crofit, although I think... You know, it told us Crofit was rusty, and then I booked him last week, and it didn't say he was rusty, so now I don't know. Kato Kung Lee Jr., 70 to 100. That's pretty good. MS1, 67, 75. Negro Casas. Let's give him Kato Kung Lee Jr. Give these guys 12 minutes. Tech Masterclass. Skyda is simply going to win. Bing, bang, boom. Okay. Yeah, character idea that didn't backfire, right? I mean, it took 2 near certainties, but it did work out. All right, now we need a high spots match or a steel. What is it? It's high spots. I mean, we could just do high spots, but I always forget what the 2 are. High spots or steel show. Okay, so either way is fine. Who do we got in the Steal the Show? We have a lot of baby faces who could steal the show. Like so many. Heels not so much, so we should probably pick heels and go from there. Chat, I think I gotta turn some of those flippy guys heel. I think that'll help us a lot. Taka's a flippy heel. Taka and Oro because Plata's so hurt. Taking on... Is anyone else here recognizable? We have a couple. Too Cold's recognizable. Love Machine's recognizable. I feel like I might have done this exact match last week. Let's do American Love Machine and Sasuke. 10 minutes. Do some flips. Winner of the match, great Sasuke. Okay. Is Roddy Piper still over? Because if so, Roddy Piper should just lose. We should just fucking job him out. Yeah, he's still recognizable. All right, Roddy Piper, you're doing the jizzob. Who do I want to get over? Last week it was Jerry Estrada. Doesn't seem like that did much for him. Pirata Morgan, you have cooled momentum. Oh, chat wants Brazo. I'm not against it. Who's better, Brazo or Pirata Morgan? Morgan's a better brawler. Brazo's a better tech guy. I will say, Morgan has a little bit of charisma. Microphone. Brazo, the same. Let's go Brazo. Brazo is going to simply defeat Roddy Piper as we continue to see if we can basically get him to quit at this point. I've done nothing with Wagner and Kanek. I think Wagner should also have a cook test. Doing 2 cook tests on one night. Basically doing the same promo as Candido. I want someone else's title. Look at me. I'm Dr. Wagner Jr. El Kanek. He is muy estupido. I have Piper winning? Did I do that? This also gave me a warning that I'm very distracted because the cat is licking me a lot. And he has his sandpapery little tongue, and it's starting to hurt a little bit. I guess that was just force of habit putting Piper over. Oh, Piper's furious. That's crazy. I guess the yellow is just Piper being mad. Yeah, it's just Piper being mad. All right, let's open with our Monday Night Raw ass opening promo. And then we go with the Tech Masterclass. And then let's put the Candido cook test here. I believe Wagner will do better. Candido cook test, Ronnie Rasprazo, La Machine. You know what? Let's actually put this even further. Let's put this like here. Actually, let's put it between the high spots. Yeah, that's good. I have no idea what this is going to get. I'd be happy with something in the 80s. Oh, a 76. 76 on this is not great. PERRO struggled. I needed you, PERRO. I needed you, and you let me down. A 79 for Skyda and Kato Kong Lee Jr. That's a big over-deliver. That's huge. A 79 from Skyda. That's huge, too. Getting him that momentum helped a lot. And he's getting better at his gimmick, whatever that is. It's probably just like Technico. All right, 58 on the Candido cook test. I don't think this man is going to be in the kitchen very often. Maybe it's time to bring in fucking Tammy. Piper and Brazo got a 62. I will take that. Honestly, I will super take that. A 70 crowd rating. So the crowd was into it. The match stunk, though. A 74 for Love Machine and Sasuke against Taka and Oro. Taka and Oro don't work well together as a team. Well, that sucks. This could have been a lot better, actually. This actually could have been awesome. If we didn't get a penalty. On a real note, is Tammy allowed in Mexico? In 1995? Yeah, for sure. 2025? 72 Wagner promo. Wagner can cook. Not like well, but you know, he could give you a meal and you'd be like, yeah, that's fine. I could eat this. This is food. 79 for Savage and El Genio just beating some guys. That's good. Psychosis got a 64. Look at that. $79 for the big brawl. I need this main event to do well, and I'm not convinced it will do well because it's a PERRO Aguayo singles match. 81. We'll take an 88. Oh, showing true unprofessionalism. A clearly unhappy Perro Aguayo completely phoned in his performance. It was clear to everyone he wasn't trying at all. But you won, Perro. Perro defeat... Chat? Chat, what's he mad about? What the fuck? The cat has moved away. I can focus again. What the fuck is Perro so mad? Thank God for this crowd rating, because the match was a stinker. Crowd was hot for it, though. Like I said, this is an Attitude Era show. You know, I said I'd be happy with a show in the 80s. That's exactly what we got. Oh, Skyda was overused. I didn't even look at that. Well, okay. So basically, we got the bonus, and then the Skyda overuse probably nerfed it. So an 80 on the nose is probably what this show deserves. Oh, I've seen that note before, but only it's when people are, like, very upset. They have to be upset, and they have to have, like, certain personality traits. I don't know what he's so upset about. We'll have to look at that. Oh, we made 800 grand. All right, cool. Pop recap. Only up in Puerto Rico. At least Puerto Rico liked it. Jorg Chenok. Jorg Chenok is a German wrestler who works in the British Isles. Okay. Yeah, I've never seen someone phone it in a match they're winning. That's the weird part. They usually do it when they're losing. Like if Piper would have done it, I would have been like, yeah, that checks out. I have no idea why Perro did it. He's angry? What's he so angry about? He doesn't like the chief. Oh, he wants to be a chief enforcer. He really, really, really wants to be a chief. Like, really, really wants to be a chief enforcer. Or does he just not like the person that's doing it? Oh, I gotta make him happy, man. When a guy's got 90 pop and 80 in America, yeah, we gotta do something. We gotta do something. All right. Inner Circle. Oh, it's Stan Hansen, Steve Williams, and Rick Rude. That's a good fucking... All right. What really sucks is I don't think Perro is going to be better than any of them. Yeah, there are lots of people considered tougher than him, but he wants to do it, man. Rick Rude is happy. He is the toughest person in the... All right, well, we can't take the toughest guy. So it's Steve Williams. Who is also... There are two guys considered the toughest? That doesn't seem... Okay. And Stan is also... We have the three... All right, he's also considered the toughest. Okay. I'm going to take out Rick Rude. Alright, we've irritated Kurt Hennig. We've annoyed Rick Rude. We're going to give Perro the job. He's still angry. Okay. But he'll stop getting the negatives. Yeah, I kind of get why he doesn't have brand Inner Circle, but maybe you should be able to do certain things by brand, because maybe having, like, setting up a booking team for each brand might be annoying. Although, I mean, I'm sure they do that in real life. Let's put it this way. Most people that play this game aren't booking a Goliath triple brand company that has three shows from 3 different locations in the world or whatever. Like, most people aren't having to deal with that when they play this game, so I kind of get why it's not in it. But yes, it would be very good for us if it was in the game. Anyway, we're also going to give him, like, money. Just a ton of money. Just like 500 G's. Annoyed. Okay, here's another 500 G's, big dog. Happy. Hey! Oh, everyone happy. Okay, Rick Rude. Hey, man, sorry about that. I didn't listen. Between me and you, you're way tougher than PERRO a while, but you know he's fucking. Oh, I want to be the chief before you get it, right? I gotta keep him happy. Here's $50,000. Hey, all right. And then Kurt seems no, he's still very happy. Kurt was just kind of like annoyed. He like rolled his eyes at it, but he doesn't actually care. All right, great. Everybody happy. All right, let's go to Tokyo Dome. Oh, we still got one more day. I got ahead of myself. I hope this Inoki match doesn't bomb after all this build. That would suck so bad. House show, 79 fans, Saskatchewan. Chat, how long have we been running house shows in Canada? Like 6 months? A year? It feels like forever. And it feels like we're gaining nothing from it. I can't say nothing. No, it's close to nothing. It's close to nothing. Because I saw the gains we had in Maritimes and Ontario, but we have TV in the Maritimes and Ontario. That's why that's up so hard. And the rest of them, like Quebec, we've gained 2 whole points in Quebec. So we're really not doing a lot here. All right, it's time for Worlds to collide. Oh, we only spent 50 grand on a set last year? We cheaped the fuck out. Alright, no nights off. Japan, Kanto. Oh, we're only gonna do 20. Oh, I should have changed the ticket prices and made sure we filled this thing up. Haha, remember when I said we were running the Tokyo Dome? I lied. We're running Kawasaki Stadium, which there are 3 of for some reason. There's Kawasaki Stadium, and Kawasaki Todoroki Stadium. We'll probably sell this one out. Yeah, this one also costs less. Although this one has high importance. Yeah, let's go to this one. At least. Finalize broadcasters, auto. Oh, I can still, well. Too late now. Alright. Let's get some finishes. Likely, you know what? We're just gonna discard these. Like, yeah, we're not gonna use these. Boy, I told them I was gonna discard those, and they were like, haha, then we'll only give you those. How do you? Oh, we got a near certainty character idea. Okay. Mascara Magica wants to work. No. Heat between Mike Tenay and Lance Storm. That's very hard to imagine these two being in like a shouting match. maybe there's just heat between these two because like they both want to be like the smart, quiet guy, you know. Janetti did a bunch of impressions. Bam Bam and Kawada got into a heated argument. Sabu and Rie Tamada got into a heated argument. Booker and Bull Nakano got into an... Guys, chill! Dusty passed on booking tips to his son, Dustin Rhodes. Don't believe what this says. Training. Cutie Suzuki has a creative finish. That's nice. Alright, here we go. Last year, Worlds Collide got 100 when Sting defeated Stan Hansen to win the WCW title. Masawa beat Vader to win the Triple Crown. Miracle Violence Connection beat Dustin and Ron. Liger beat Owen Hart. Eddie beat Kenta Kobashi. Jumbo and Rick Rude beat the NWO. Tenryu beat Sabu. Bull Nakano beat Manami Toyota and Cynthia Moreno. I mean, this was a show. Ultimo beat Brian Pillman. Yeah, we were. Steve Regal beat George Hines. All right. Main event, WCW title. I'm afraid of Inoki's stamina, so we're just gonna go 16. Well, I guess I could double check that, but I'm sure it's bad. Oh, it's very bad. All right, he might even not be able to do 16 slow build, honestly. Open slow build. Steve Austin is simply winning. Creative finish. Steve Austin. Oh, it's only a safe bet. Okay, we'll use near certainty. Oh, and Inoki can't even do a 16 slow build. Damn. What is our thing on world class ratings or whatever? Matches less than 15 minutes will not be able to achieve world class scores. Fuck. Can he do exactly 15 minutes? He can do exactly 15 minutes. We'll see. That might still be too short, but it says less than. It says less than 15 minutes. All right. And then we are going to end the show. I think Austin... Well, we've been doing this at the end of many shows, so I think we'll do it once again. I think Inoki, he'll offer a handshake to Inoki, and then he'll flip him off. And then he'll leave, and we'll have Inoki do, like, big retirement speech. So let's do, like, 2 minutes character development. Steve Austin working the crowd. Antonio Inoki working the crowd. Save details, add part. And then we'll just let, you know... We'll just let Inoki cut a promo. Austin flips off Inoki and leaves. Inoki does a big retirement speech. Okay. That I guess kind of makes up for the match being so short. We should also give Inoki a big entrance, I think. I think we should go like 4 minutes. Foreshadowing. We're foreshadowing that this is this dude's last match. Alright. Great. Alright, so that's a lot going on for our last match here. Let's get to the rest of the card. Sting and Sabu for the Triple Crown. This is also a match I think is only going 16. Is there a match I can get? Oh, we could give Holy Demon Army versus Stan and Misawa like 20. That'll, or 20 plus even. That'll be fine. All right. So I'm gonna give this 16 as well because I don't trust Sabu going a long time. That's Steve Austin. That is not Sting. All right, there we go. Sting is simply going to win, and Sabu will probably complain about it because Sabu is annoying like that. Do I have a Sting? I do not have a Sting, so we're just using another generic creative finish. Let's see, I have one. Wow, I have 2 more generic near certainties, but I don't know how many I have for like individual people. But this is high on the card, so we're gonna go with it. Oh, I'm already using. Okay, great. There we go. Yeah, Sabu is really a stinker. Like, he's only a bit unhappy, but Sabu basically doesn't want to lose ever, which apparently is what he was like in real life. Apparently, growing up with, like, the Sheik as your mentor will do that to you. Yeah, man, you're losing to Sting. It's Sting. It's Sting, you're losing to him. All Japan, Unified Tag Titles. I'm going to give this time. I'm going to go like 22 on this. So we got Kawada and Akira Taue taking on Mitsuharu Misawa and Stan Hansen. I think Misawa and Stan have to win this. I think we talked about this ahead of time. I don't remember who I was going to have them. Who was I going to have them go against? I had like a babyface team lined up, and now I don't remember. Great job by me. Whatever. All I remember is I was pretty sure Stan and Misawa were going to win, so I'm just going to do that. 22 open. Maybe we have a Misawa or Stan finish. That would be great. We have a Mitsuharu Misawa near certainty. Book it. Stan and Misawa celebrate. 3 minutes. Character development. Stan, work the crowd. Misawa, work the crowd. This is maybe the semi-main event. I think this is going to be the best match on the show, honestly. But we'll see. Owen and Regal. Let's see, what's going to be my storytelling match? Because Owen and Regal... I mean, Owen's probably getting a tainted win on Regal. That's what makes the most sense to me. So that sounds like storytelling. Owen Hart, Steve Regal, telling a story, winning tainted. Do we have an Owen? Oh, we have an Owen. Wow, we have an Owen. Wow, we are lucking out with these. Steve is a bit unhappy. What's the difference on these two? Out of curiosity. Owen is like high 70s. Regal is like high. Y'all are like the same. Yeah, you need to chill, dude. Okay. Vader and Pillman. This also could have been storytelling, I suppose, but I would rather have them just have a match. Brian Pillman is simply going to win. I'm making everyone a bit unhappy tonight. Oh, let's do the Vader turn after the Sting match. Let's have Vader come out, act like, you know, clapping, raising Sting's hand, and then he'll pull him in short arm clothesline. And then, you know, like Vader bomb him, all that shit. That makes sense to me. So we'll call this a surprise. Big Van Vader attack. Sting victim. And then let's turn Big Van Vader. Okay. Cruiserweight title, Ultimo Dragon and Chris Jericho. Chris, congratulations on getting this shot, but like, Ultimo's the guy. Chris, what are your skills? Okay, I'm gonna tell them to steal the show. I'm gonna give them 12 minutes, and Ultimo's gonna win, and I'm gonna tell them to cook. We'll see what happens. Chris Jericho is above the max. What the fuck is Chris's weight? Chris is 6'1", 260? No, the fuck he isn't. Get the fuck out of here. No, what? We'll have to change that in the editor. That's insane. That is a weird conversion from 2020 to 9. That's what that is. Can I just fix... No, I can't just fix that from here. That would have been too convenient. Yeah, we'll have to change that in the editor. Chat, remind me to change that in the editor when the show's over. I assume we can do that. Maybe I'm wrong. Women's title, Cynthia Moreno and Aja Kong. Yeah, I mean, Cynthia obviously is winning. Cynthia the GOAT Moreno. Yeah, she's so good. You know what? She's got 67, 75 Puro. They might be able to just do like a head drop match. Oh, she's got 70 pop in Japan. Damn, Cynthia's the GOAT, bro. Cynthia. Wild Brawl. Cook. Kenta Kobashi versus Rick Rude. Kobashi is winning. Also, I just realized for the last couple of matches I didn't check creative finishes. Do I have one for Kenta Kobashi? I do. It's only a likely. We just talked about how we don't really use likelies. I have a near certainty still left. Who won the last two? It was Cynthia and it was Ultimo. I don't imagine I have ones for either of them. No, I don't. Although we don't super need them for people this... I would like to give the women the near certainty. I think I have a safe... Yeah, I have a safe bet for this match. Let's use the safe bet. And let's give the women the near certainty. Give them as good of a chance as possible here. And then we got our weird 10-man tag. Through game options on the side. I think I have to wait until... Well, maybe I can do it now. In-game editor. I thought I had to wait till after the show, but I guess not. Jericho. Oh, we can't change it here. Great. What the fuck? I don't know how big. I don't know how much he would have weighed in 1995. Also, I don't think my man is 6'1" either. If we're being real, I'm gonna put him in at like 5'10", and let's say, yeah, 207 sounds good to me. And I would say his min weight is like 200, and his max weight is like, I don't know, 245. Great. All right, that wasn't so bad. And then just to make sure, when I go to that now, just to make sure that like saved and stuff, right? Like Jericho, yeah, 5'10", 207, yeah. And now when I book it, the game doesn't yell at me. Hey, all right, great. Anyway, weird 10-man tag. As we all know, the teams for this match are Dustin Rhodes, Jumbo Tsuruta, Dory Funk Jr., Muto, and Shinya Hashimoto, as they take on the team of Ron Simmons, Terry Gordy, the Great Kabuki. Oh, shit. Oh, is he the Great Kabuki? He's the Great Kabuki. I got Undertakered. Riki Choshu. And the Dragon, Tatsumi Fujinami. What a match! What a match! Who's winning this thing? I think since this is a 10-man tag that doesn't matter, we should just let the babyfaces win. I'm going to throw New Japan a bone, and I'm just going to let Muto win. And he can bin like Kabuki, because who cares? That's fine. Alright, what am I getting yellowed about? Just everyone's mad. Oh, too much Kabuki. Yeah. Oh, and too much Akira Taue. Damn, okay. I have to make that tag match shorter. Alright, let's drop this to like 18. That's still too much Akira. Damn. Damn, okay. Okay. Too much Kabuki. We can change. We could fix that too. We can drop this to like 12. Actually 11, because that would be 16. Okay. Now it's just the unhappy people. Well, what's the long match now? I guess the long match now is Kobashi and Rick Rude. They could go long. Y'all are going long now. Okay. Then we can book dark matches. And is there anyone that needs a pro? Bam Bam's not on the show at all. That seems wild. But he could definitely just work a dark match. Let me see. Is there anyone else that I'm like, they need to do something? Let's have Vader be upset after his match. Let's do like 3 minutes of foreshadowing as Big Van Vader does some fucking dramatic acting after his match. And I think that's good. All right, let's do 2 matches, 2 dark matches, and then we'll put it in some kind of order. We'll do a 3v3. So we got Bam Bam. He's got Mike Awesome. Oh, and Jerry Lynn. He's also... All right, so we got the Dangerous Alliance beating 3 baby faces. And those 3 baby faces. Wow, pretty much all the men are booked. That's wild. It's... I mean, Johnny Smith, you're popular in Japan, right? Yeah, Johnny Smith, you should definitely be one of the guys losing. Anyone else? Not really. All right, let's bring in 2 locals to team with Johnny Smith. Brad Regans? I don't really know Brad. I'm just looking at Pop here. Ozaki. So I'll see you on Thursday, Ozaki. You know, I thought there'd be more over people available, and there's not really. All right, well, it's just a dark match. It doesn't matter really. Kikutaro. Dragon Kid. Dick Togo. Alright, I'm gonna bring in Dick Togo. You're a babyface tonight, Dick Togo. Bam Bam, Mike Awesome, Jerry Lynn, take on Booker T, Johnny Smith, and Dick Togo. 8 minutes, your winner of the match, Bam Bam Bigelow. And then we will book another 6-person tag with the ladies. Heel team. It's got to be Bull. It's got to be Toyota. And it's got to be Lioness. They will take on the face team. Of Megumi, Apache, and Debbie. This also gets 8 minutes. I will give Lioness the win. Maybe she could gain something from this. I think this might be the better match of the two. Alright, let's put this in some kind of order. I think... Ultimo Chris Jericho sounds like it would be a fun opener, but I don't know if it's going to get like a super high rating. I think we're going to open with Brian Pillman and Vader. So that also like sets the stage for later. Then the 5v5, I'm fine with that. And then we should do Kobashi and Rick Rude now as the long match is now going to be like way up here. Cynthia and Aja. Alright, so these shouldn't be... but in fact, yeah, storytelling between the two of them sounds great, actually. So we do women who are Wild Brawl, storytelling to slow them down. Then we go right back to those guys stealing the show. Holy Demon Army, that's just a regular match. Sam Saw Celebrate, Kawashi and Recruit, Sting Sabu. Vader comes out, swerve, turns heel, big Inoki entrance, Steve Austin and Tony. I think that's it. Yep, it's just people being mad. That's fine. I mean, chat, we got to guess 100 on pretty much all of our events now. But I'm worried about the main event. I'm worried that because it's only 15 minutes and it's going to be like, oh, it should have been 16 minutes. I'm afraid it might cap out at 90, which would hurt us a lot. But if that doesn't happen, we should be fine. Uh, 73? Okay, maybe the ladies aren't beating that. A 78 for Johnny Smith. Okay. No, they did beat that. Hell yeah. Get their ass, ladies. The women's division would be so cracked if we ran Japan every week. Although, honestly, we would kind of run into the same problem we do on Super Viernes, where it's like I have these people who are over in Japan, but we're an American-based company, so they're still not recognizable in America, but at least they would get high ratings. Yeah, this is a good opener. Yeah, we got 92 for Big Van Vader and Pillman. Just coming in off the bat, having a great match. I don't think I used a finish on this. That was probably a mistake. Oh well, I guess I'll take a 92. And then we got some acting from Big Van Vader. People love acting. $75 for this big dumb tag match. I'll take that. Shinya Hashimoto got a 91. Who was the last guy we added to this? He was a replacement for Chono. That's wild that we just weren't going to have him. He was the best guy in the match by far. That's crazy that we just weren't going to put him in it. Okay. Fujinami has a gimmick that's getting stale. This is the first time I've booked him. How could... What do you mean? An 81 for Cynthia and Aja. Hell yeah. That's got to be the highest. Well, we've had other matches in Japan that would... But I don't know. An 81 for our women's division seems insane. I'm very happy with that. When we started this women's division, Cynthia Moreno is not the person that I would have picked out as like, yeah, that's our star. But like, yeah, kind of. Cynthia Moreno is kind of our star. $84 for Owen and Steve. Okay, I mean, they told a story. That's fine. Both these guys are less over in Japan than they are in America, so they probably got a little hurt from this show being in Tokyo, or Kawasaki, I guess. Okay, you know what? I wasn't sure if these guys could open the show. They could have opened the show. This would have been fine. Jericho was off his game. That sucks, because if he had been on his game, this could have been better. Also, damn, Chris, I need you to be on your game. Come on, man. I mean, 86 is great, but this all Ultimo. Ultimo is so good. Nitro running weekly from Japan would be hard because we would be cutting our promo pool down a lot. Because a lot of our English speakers can't, you know, they don't speak Japanese. And we can't get away with that like we can in Mexico, where the Mexican crowds understand English a little bit. In Japan, they don't at all. So if I put, like, Sting out there to cut a 6-minute promo, it would fucking die. Oh, this got 100. Oh, I knew this was going to be the best match. I could feel it in my bones. Even with it just going 16 minutes. Oh, I'm annoyed because I took it down from 22 to 16 minutes, so I moved it down the card. But I knew this should have been the semi-main. I knew it should have been the semi-main. Chat, have we had a 100 rated singles match? It seems like we've only been getting them in tags. Which I certainly can't complain about. But, yeah, that's good. Yeah, look at Kawada, man. I mean, we are in Japan. But yes, he's Kawada. He's very good. 75 for these guys celebrating. A 99 for Kobashi and Rude. The more this undercard cooks, the more I'm nervous about the main event. That we're going to have all these awesome matches, and then we're going to end with Inoki and Austin getting like an 80. No, I made it. Oh, like in the future, yeah. Like hopefully having a 100 rated match gets a TEW like over, but I don't know. This was awesome. This is a great match. No real. Rick Rude has also like low key, especially like in the early part of the save, he was such a pivotal guy for us, and he still is. I mean, he still put up 99s, although he's kind of moved into kind of more of a like upper mid card, like veteran gatekeeper kind of guy. 95 for Sting and Sabu. Good. We've also had 100% success on our creative finishes so far, which again has me like unreasonably nervous about the main event. And then we got our big turn, baby. 19 segments, a Smartly classic. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Yeah, complete success. Great. All right, we got an 88 for our big Inoki entrance. All right, come on, main event. Come on, main event. Come on, main event. Okay, I'll take a 93. Not enough selling. That is not the penalty I expected us to get. Not at all. Not at all. But this was good. This was good. I mean, 96 crowd rating is, like, these people were fucking going out of their minds. So that's good. Oh, Inoki tapped out. Wow. Wow, he really is going out on his back, huh? And then, yeah, this got 100, yeah. Austin flipped him the bird. Inoki did his big final goodbye speech. Oh, a 98 because we didn't get the bonus, chat. Chat, we didn't get the multiple... Did I not book enough segments? Vader, that was a tease or a foreshadow. This was character development. This was a surprise. Oh, I think I might have done double character development. That might have been what got us. Oh, fuck. I mean, listen, this is a great show. And, like, this almost got a real 100, honestly. I did 2 foreshadowing? Aw. Like, we almost got a real legitimate 100 without the bonus, so... Like, even though this show didn't get 100, it's probably one of the better ones we've done. Inoki. Hug. Let's see. Who were the 3 people that were mad at me? It was Sabu. It was Vader. And it was Regal, right? Yeah, they were the 3 people. Yeah. Okay, everyone's pleased. Oh, we made... Yeah, I could have... This happens every time. I go to pick a big set, and I'm like, oh, 500,000, that's too much. And then we make $3 million, and I'm like, I could have spent 500,000 on a set. It would have been fine. Pop recap. Gained a point in New England, of all places. Gained a point in Puerto Rico. Noreste, Noresidente, Centro, Occidente, and then, like, all of Japan. Which makes sense. They love us in Chubu, baby. All right, scrum time. Bull Nakano was offered game tonight. How disappointed are you? That's such a funny thing for the first question. Like, Antonio Inoki just retired. We had a 100 rated tag team match. And the first question is like, one of the people in a dark match was inconsistent. Yeah, no, give her a break. Tenryu is noticeably extremely happy with life in WCW. How much credit do you take for this? Again, weird to ask about Tenryu. Tenryu was not here. I'm glad he's having a good time in WCW. If Jerry Lynn is coming to the end of his current deal, will he still be in WCW 6 months from now? He's a big part of the WCW family. We'll, of course, be offering him a new deal. Sean Wellman like that. Dory Funk Jr. is coming to the end of his current deal. No. Damn, there's no, like, graceful way to say, like, no, so I'm just gonna be like, no. No, Dory didn't like that. I guess that's true. If Jesse Ventura was like running WCW, and also if WCW became this like behemoth global brand or whatever, he probably would not have time to get into politics. And what weird butterfly effect would that have on like society? We be making an effort to keep the Widowmaker on the roster. His deal is coming towards. You know, it'll depend on his wage demands. Wait, the Widowmaker, that's Barry Windham, right? That's what we made his stupid. I don't know if we're keeping him or not. I'm gonna say it depends. Ron Simmons is said to be annoyed. I'll talk to him. Okay, pretty uneventful scrum. Wyndham is better than Mortis and Kevin Sullivan. He's better than Kevin Sullivan. I don't know. I think Mortis is probably a better wrestler. He just has, like, no pop at all. Alright, Muto. We used him as one time. Choshigabu uses one time. Hashimoto, Fujinami. Steve Austin thinks Johnny Smith doesn't connect with fans and we should write him off. Steve Regal says Aja Kong needs to learn how to sell. Steve? Why would she sell? She's a big monster heel that's like 3 times the size. Why would she sell? What a stupid fucking email. Okay, we did 500,000 buys, but what did we do on TV in Japan? Yeah, we had 3.6 viewers. Yeah. So 4 million global viewers. That's good. I think good. Do SMW team? Was that one of the things? Yes. PCO and Brett Waterman. Alright, so next up would be Nitro. So we would be getting right back into that brand. But before we go to that, we gotta do Notepad time. Because now they now have Halloween Havoc, which will be the last show before the Champions Carnival. And I have no idea what we're building to. I do not know. Honestly, I have no idea who Brett Waterman is. Oh, he's a rando. That's why no one knows who he is. He graduated from the power plant this year. He's got. I see why we signed him. Could be a good brawler. Could be a good tech guy. Could be very good like charisma Mike. Yeah. If any of these randos ever get big, we'll have to give them a picture. Anyway, back to the Notepad, because I truly have no idea what's next for this brand. Alright, looking at who's going to be in the Champions Carnival for these guys, it's going to be Vader, it's going to be Kobashi, it's going to be Kawada, it's going to be Gordy, it's going to be Rude, it's going to be Pillman, Jumbo, and then Owen or Regal. It should probably be Regal, I think, but You ever thought about letting the chat use channel points to name randos? We don't really sign a lot of randos. I usually let them go unless I look at their stats and I'm like, oh, this guy fucking rules. Then we'll sign him. But I generally speaking, I don't really like to sign the randos. I feel like it kind of breaks the immersion a little bit. All right. So, I mean, Sting and Vader has to happen at this show, right? Like, let's start there. Sting vs. Vader. It's been a while. It's time to go back to it. Who will Steve Austin be defending the WCW title against? Like, it should... Like, Kobashi just had the big win, but Austin already wrestled Kobashi, right? It was at Bash of the... I mean, he could wrestle him again. That's not the worst idea. All right, let me look at this a little more. Owen and Regal probably has to continue, I would say, through Halloween Havoc. So I would say, like, Owen and Regal in a gimmick match. Owen won. Owen got a tainted victory. So I would say we're definitely running that back at Halloween Havoc. So if Kobashi is not going for the title, what is he doing? That's a great question. He could be in a feud with the Dangerous Alliance. Oh, the Dangerous Alliance should go for the tag titles. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, let's do tag titles. I wouldn't... Honestly, we should probably just run Stan and Misawa versus Holy Demon Army back. It got 100. Granted, that was in Japan, and this show won't be in Japan. But, like, when a match gets 100, you should probably just fucking do it again. I mean, this is... Yeah, I'm not a booking genius, but that seems obvious to me. It's definitely a reason. It's definitely an excuse to do the match again. Okay. I kind of don't hate... Like, Pillman would also have... Pillman would also have reason to go for the title. But Pillman's a heel and Austin's a heel. Now, if we were booking, like, 2025 wrestling... I think, like, an Austin, Pillman, Kobashi triple threat could be fun. But, like, I don't really want to book that for Halloween Havoc 1995. Unless we did some kind of, like, dumbass Halloween gimmick, which now has me thinking maybe we should. Maybe we should do a haunted four-way match or something like that. Oh, Moreno and Aja, I think we might just run back again too, because I would like to see what that does in America. Ultimo is going to wrestle someone else, and I don't know who that is. In fact, we should look at that. We should look at that. Brand, show me Nitro. This was the card IRL with a monster truck sumo. That is true. What other cruiserweights do we even have on this brand? Just Liger, are you ever coming back, man? I should check on that. Liger coming back to wrestle Ultimo would be huge. Chat, on a scale of like 1 to 10, with like a 10 being like the dumbest thing you've ever heard and 1 being like, actually that's not dumb at all, how do you feel about like a Rey Mysterio Jr. heel turn to wrestle Ultimo Dragon? How do we feel about this? $1.5. Okay, so that seems good. That seems like you're into it. Okay. Okay, a 9 is high. A 9 is high. Nines are very high. I don't think so. Did it say he would be penalized? Why would it? He's been a face for like the entire run. Oh, it did say that. Alright, it's not Ray. Sorry, Ray. Well, I mean, we might just have to import a cruiserweight for Ultimo to wrestle then, quite frankly. Or maybe, like, send Ultimo to Mexico for a little bit and just not have a cruiserweight title match on this show. I don't, like, that. I think that would be fine, quite frankly. He's wrestled Sabu. He's wrestled Marty. We're just going back to the well on those. All right. I want to do the Haunted 4-Way or whatever we're going to call it. YouTube commenters, feel free to leave something that sounds less dumb than Haunted 4-Way. So we're going to do Austin. I think Pillman's got to be in it. I think Kobashi's has to be in it. And then fourth guy. Let's see. It could be Dustin. It could be Jumbo. It could be Ron Terry or Gordy. Although, honestly, I would like to get these guys all away from each other. So I guess putting one of them in the 4-way would get them away from each other. Although I don't want to put Dustin in. Jumbo would probably be fine. We could put Rude in. I was just talking about how good Rude has been. But I also wouldn't mind getting him a new thing. Sabu needs a thing to do, too. Well, Sabu against, like... No, Sabu... Yeah, because these guys are heels. Okay. I like Jumbo as the fourth guy. That's already 6. Jeez, okay. Oh yeah, this should be for the Triple Crown. I didn't write that. Also, this isn't even a thing. What? We haven't done Sabu and Ultimo? That can't be. That seems impossible. Hold on. Let me hold on. If that's the case, then we absolutely have to do the match, but I can't believe we haven't done Ultimo and Sabu. It's so obvious. It is possible it was that long ago. Let's check the notepad. I don't want to find a replace. I just want fucking goddamn it. Cactus Jack or Sabu. Sabu, Justice Sabu, Sam Hansen, Steiners Justice Sabu, Steiners Sabu, Steiners Justice Sabu, Liger Sabu, Pillman Sabu, Tenru Sabu, Sabu vs. Bam Bam. It doesn't look like we've ever fucking done it. Sting vs. Sabu. No! Alright, well, it's Ultimo and Sabu. That worked out. Alright, so who do we still have? We still have Rick Rude. We still have Dustin. We still have Ron. We still have Terry Gordy. Sabu winning the Cruiserweight title actually could work, because Ultimo, like, even if it was just to, like, win it for a month and lose it back to Ultimo, you know, because Ultimo's, you know, we're out of people for him to wrestle. On this brand, anyway. Justin, Ron, Gordy. See, the problem here is that Dustin is the only babyface. Ron heel, Gordy heel, Rick Rude heel. The face side seems light. Am I crazy? Does the face side seem light? Let me look at the heels. Yeah, there are more heels. Okay. So let's look at... So Rick Rude turned pretty recently, right? And also it's Rick Rude. He should be a heel. Oh no, we could turn Rick Rude if we wanted to. Don't love that. Ron just turned. Yeah. Terry's been a heel the whole time, right? Yeah, Terry... Oh, he's 100% a heel. Okay. Damn. So the only one we really even could turn was Rick Rude, and I don't love that. Oh, you have Bam Bam, and we have... Bam Bam could turn face, maybe? Bam Bam could turn face. Bam Bam could turn face. Now, granted, that would probably give him a match with, like, the Dangerous Alliance, but he could turn face. That would help. That would also probably help for him, because he's kind of not doing anything. Maybe we do Bam Bam in the match instead of Jumbo, maybe. Well, if he turns face, yeah, that would make sense. Because right now, like, I didn't put him in initially because him and Pillman are in the same group. Or we take Pillman out and we do, like, Pillman Bam Bam. And then we put one of these guys as the... I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Yeah, let's do that. Although I think Pillman and Bam Bam have wrestled a lot too. Let me check that. Although they're going to have a bajillion matches together because they're on the same stable. Oh no, what the fuck? At least, I mean, in this mod, it seems like they've always been on the same side. Because I know Bam Bam has been a face before and he turned heel, and I don't remember why he turned heel. But yeah, let's do Bam Bam versus Pillman. And then we are going to replace Pillman in this four-way. Well, Kobashi's... Let's put Rude in, because then there's a continuation of Rude and Kobashi. Also, of the people left, he's the one I trust the most. He turned on Steamboat. Everyone turns on Steamboat. That you could be 100% guessing, and you'd still be right. You would still be right. Let's put Rude in this match. Let's do Bam Bam versus Pillman. Face. All right. All right, we have room for one more match. We have Dustin, we have Ron, we have Gordy. I mean, we cannot continue doing Dustin Rhodes and Ron Simmons, so I think we're looking at a Dustin Rhodes versus Terry Gordy match, which I don't hate. That's a new feud. Even though they kind of interacted in that 10-man tag. But that, you know, them interacting in the 10-man tag could be a reason for the feud to start. Unless there's, like, anyone else I'm forgetting that is not on this card that should be. Send Ron to Mexico. I don't think Ron's really going to fit there, although it would just be another guy that can kind of lose. Is Ultimo heel yet? Yeah, Ultimo's fine. Oh, you know what? That reminds me. I wonder, when is Liger coming back? December. God, he is out forever. Yeah, let's just do Terry Gordy versus Dustin. And that is our tentative Halloween Havoc card, which is weird. Alright. Yeah, we can do a Nitro. Oh, this Nitro... I mean, it doesn't matter in the game. The game doesn't care, but... This show should really be in Japan because we just did a pay-per-view in Japan the night before. So it's good. Well, we have like it's August, so because I was thinking like we're gonna announce the Haunted 4-Way, but we don't need to do that yet. That's months away. All right. No nights off. Let's go to Japan. Is there anywhere in Japan we haven't been yet? Pretty much everywhere besides Kanto and Osaka, right? Yeah. Let's knock this search down to like 11 to 15. We would do a lot in these other ones. Do we have anything more? Folks, we're going to Hokkaido. Let's go. Makanori Indoor Stadium in Minami-ku, Sapporo, Japan. Let's go. Sapporo's beautiful in August. Actually, August is the time to go to Sapporo for sure. All right, booking team. Let's just mix it up. Oh, now you give me a near certainty creative finish. Great. Great. Give me an angle idea. A near certainty angle. Okay, we're cooking tonight. They love this fresh Hokkaido air we got up here. Big gamble for Terry Funk. Yeah, I don't need that. 40. Give me another angle idea. Why not? I never take those. Big gamble. Okay, great. Locker room incidents. Gordon Solie and Chris Jericho did karaoke. Okay, great. Carlos, why are you here, bro? You've got to be in Arena Mexico on Friday. What are you doing in Hokkaido? Sabu and Mike Tenay got in a blazing argument. Great. Training. That's it. Okay, pretty chill locker room. All right. I need to know who's local in Hokkaido. Not a lot. Sakuraba? Do you have any pop yet? No, you have no pop. You are a nobody. You are a complete jabroni. You have zeros. And a 3 in Hokkaido. Oh, he's not even good. Why is his tech so bad? It's Sakuraba. Alright, whatever. Not that we were going to book him. I was just curious. Okay. So right off the bat, normally we would do our like why Vader why promo, right? That would be the first thing we would do. But like we can't really do that because he can't cut a promo here. Oh, you know what? We should do storylines before I forget. Jumbo and Gordy is yeah, that is mercifully over. This is so old it says light heavyweight title. Okay. Rip American Nightmares. Rude Kobashi will technically continue, so let's keep that going. Tag titles, that is continuing. Owen is the heel now, is continuing. Triple Crown scene. Let's remove Sabu. And add Big Van Vader. Is Vader in something else? Yes, he's in Vader Pillman. That's ending. So let's add him to Triple Crown scene. Oh, Vader does speak Japanese. Yeah, he does, doesn't he? Good catch. Good catch. We did discover that like a week or two ago, that he spoke like passable Japanese. Which kind of makes it even funnier that he's going to do his big Why Vader Why promo in Japanese. But I'm here for it. Jericho. Leave. Lance. Leave. Add worker. Sabu. And then we'll add storylines. Oh, you know what? World title scene. Let's remove Inoki. And those other two are in a feud. So the only one we need to add here is Jumbo. So let's add Jumbo to this. And then... let's see, Sting Vader's there already. Enrico's continuing. Tag titles continuing. Women are there. Ultimo Sabu did that. We need Bam Bam Pillman, and we need Gordy and Dustin. And I need the cat to move. Charlie. Charlie, you're right in front of the touchpad, buddy. Thank you. Nitro. Bam Bam is good now. We'll put Bam Bam in this, and we'll put Pillman in this. We might as well put like Awesome and Jerry Lynn in this. I'm sure I'll be using them. That'll just be easier. And let me just double check that Vader does in fact speak Japanese, but I think he does speak passable. Yes, he speaks passable Japanese. Let's go. So he will cut his Why Vader Why promo in Japanese. It'll be so good. And then Sting will come out and fight him. That'll be like a big 10-minute segment. Going Monday Night Raw mode in Hokkaido. Okay. Great. What could be a main event based on what? See, I was gonna say Austin should cut a promo, but Austin can't really cut a promo. Austin could have a match, I guess, but I don't. I guess if Holy Demon Army is going to be getting, well, actually, we should have them cut promos. Well, they should cut promos. Let's actually have them just like win a match. So let's do Kawada and Taue defeating, just, I don't know, like Sean Waltman and Johnny Smith. Yeah, I know he's not gone yet, but he retired last night, man. I'll give Taue the win. think I've checked this, like, every time, but can TEW or Kawada talk? I don't... TEW a little bit. Kawada, yeah, they can both talk a little bit. Let's give them, like, 4 minutes. Holy Demon Army wants their tag titles back. Actually, you know what? Fuck this promo. The champs should cut a promo, because it's Misawa and Stan Hansen who can talk and are major over in Japan. Hansen and Misawa say they're gonna be the best tag champs ever. Let them cook. Stan, Mitsuharu, and they can talk about TEW and Kawada. Okay, great. So it really dawned on me as I was giving Holy Demon Army a promo. Like, wait a second. I should not do that. The other guys are such better talkers. Alright, who's major stars here? Steve Austin, Rick Rude, Brian Pillman. Well, Rude and Kobashi are continuing. And it would make sense that Rude... So we could do some kind of thing with, like, Rude and a partner versus Kobashi and a partner. Let's do that. That'd be a good main event. Maybe even a 6-man tag, but tentatively it will be a... Let me see, who else do we have here? Jumbo. Jumbo's over in Japan. Oh, Regal and Owen. Regal and Owen would be perfect, although they're not particularly over in Japan. Like, Jumbo's way more over in Japan than Regal is. Yeah, let's do Jumbo. Kobashi and Jumbo versus Rick Rude and his good friend Marty Jannetty. They were literally a tag team for so long. I've done this match twice. That's crazy. I've done this match twice. Alright, 6-man tag. We'll add Owen and Regal to it. Kobashi, Jumbo, Steve Regal taking on Marty, Rick Rude, Owen Hart. That's so crazy that I did it twice already. What about this one? I can't have done this. All right, that would have been wild. Marty Jannetty is in this match, so I think he's getting pinned. You know, Jumbo is going to qualify for... Yeah, let's give Jumbo just a pin over Marty, which doesn't really advance anything in these storylines, but it gets a win for Jumbo. We should give the women a match. Hey, I have a question. Aja Kong, you have neutral momentum, and you're not... I mean, you're popular here in Japan, but you're not in a... Okay, what if we just gave you a bunch of character ideas? What if we just tried that again? Okay, that was a success. Oh, very warm. That was easy. All right, great. We can now book her on the show without getting yelled at. So, Aja Kong, you are going to have a match with whoever the most popular babyface in Japan is, other than Cynthia Moreno. All right, hold on, chat. One second. The cat's like climbing all over me. I gotta let him down. Okay, I'm back. It's Kudo for sure. Also, they'll have a good match. I feel like I did her in Kudo, but when would I have done it? Neither one of them have any pop. Yeah, they were in a 6-person. Yeah, that's fine. You can brawl like crazy, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. You guys have a wild brawl. That sounds great. Aja. Wild brawl. Let's do the old at ringside for Cynthia Moreno. Although, even though that doesn't really, like, she beat Aja, why would she be at ringside? But, like, what let me, just let me do it. Alright. Pillman. What is Pillman doing? Pillman should be cutting a promo that he wants the world title. That's what would make the most sense for him, but he can't. Oh, you know what? We found this out when we were in Japan the week before, too. Bam Bam speaks Japanese. Yeah, Bam Bam speaks fluent Japanese. All right, great. Dangerous Alliance promo. Bam Bam says Pillman should be next WCW champion. This is gonna be foreshadowing. Bam Bam, character development, Brian Pillman standing there. Bam Bam, let's set you to turn, brother. Okay. Dustin. Oh, Terry Gordy speaks Japanese, right? He's gotta. Yeah, okay. Let's have Dustin just win a match. See, if I knew these guys were gonna feud, I would have done something in that 10-man tag. I would have had, like, Dustin, like, get a, like, roll up on Terry Gordy and had him mad about it. But we'll just assume words were exchanged or whatever in the 10-man tag. So Dustin is going to just beat Kikuchi. Kikuchi might have some pop in Japan. Yeah, Kikuchi. I give him 8 minutes because we're in Japan. Dustin wins. And then I'm going to have Terry Gordy come out. And he's going to cut a promo on Dustin. And basically be like, Dustin Rhodes, you daddy's boy. You were hiding behind everyone in that 10-man tag. I couldn't get my hands on you. And then this will break down into a fight. Let's do this as 3-3. While Gordy can speak Japanese, I don't really trust him to talk in English or Japanese. So let's do a 3-minute promo and a 3-minute fight. Gordy says Dustin is a yellow-bellied daddy's boy. Them's fighting words. Oh, you know what? We wanted to check something. Bull. Can you be a face? No, you're 100% a heel. Okay, great. But you know what? We're in Japan. Let's give Bull a match. Have I done Bull and Toyota as a tag team before and I got yelled at about chemistry? I feel like that happened, but I might be wrong. I might be making that up. No, you have no pop in Japan. Thought I'd check. I did. Okay. I thought that might be the case. I'm gonna double check, but you know, it's still good to know. If not, we'll just change Manami to someone else. No, it doesn't. It didn't say they had bad chemistry. Who would it have been? Oh, they didn't have chemistry as opponents. That's what it was. I booked them as opponents, and they had zero chemistry. I haven't booked them as a tag team before, so maybe it'll be different. Oh, I don't have a story telling. I'm not telling any stories. And the thing is, I really am not telling any stories. This time the game is correct. It really should be the main event, but I don't want to give my main event storytelling, because that takes a couple points off it usually. I mean, I guess Cynthia Moreno... No, but I made that a wild brawl, so I can't do storytelling. So it has to be Dustin or the women. I want the women to cook, though. So... Therefore... Dustin Rhodes and Kikuchi. Go tell that story. What's the story? Don't worry about it. Let's go with the Y Vader Y promo. And then the women stealing the show is probably good. Dustin and Kikuchi is definitely second. What do you say? Yeah, that is probably a good order. No idea if this is going to be a good show. This is very much a show after the pay-per-view when we're like reshuffling things show. 88? I don't know. Oh, Vader promo got 100. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine. He got a 100 promo in Japanese. That's wild. Let him cook. Let him cook. Oh, the ladies got an 81. Okay. Chigusa Nagayo and Cutie Suzuki had great chemistry. Okay. Okay. $78 for the Bam Bam promo. All right. Wish this was better, but again, it was Bam Bam speaking Japanese, so. $79 for Dustin and Kikuchi. Honestly, that's fine. That's totally fine. And $79 for Terry Gordy and Dustin. That's also fine. $75 for Aja and Kudo. Okay. Okay. $80 for Holy Demon Army and Sean Waltman and Johnny Smith. Yeah, Kawada and Tale are very good. Johnny Smith also good in Japan. Sean Waltman was there. Hopefully he got pinned. He did, yes. 96 Masawa and Stan promo. That checks out. Oh, this was really good. I guess because we kept these storylines going, yeah, because everything was hot. Sometimes after a pay-per-view, I'll book a main event where I'm trying to like jumpstart feuds, and then it'll be like there weren't any storylines, or the storylines were cold, and then I get yelled at. But these kept going, so everything was hot. So yeah, this was just a good 6-man tag, as it turns out. 93, a very good Nitro from Hokkaido. We made 800 grand. We gained more pop. We gained a point in Ontario. Let's go. All right, well, I think that is going to do it for the stream. We didn't make it very far days-wise, but we did a lot of planning. We changed cards around. Lot of Notepad time tonight between switching Fall Brawl to September and then coming up with the new Halloween Havoc. It was like double Notepad time, so the Notepad time people are going to really be stoked. Wow, another... Was the last Johnny Smith email also from Dustin Rhodes? Does he just fucking hate Johnny Smith? Wow! Oh my god! Does Johnny Smith have, like, a 0 in charisma or something? Why am I... Like, how bad could this guy be that I am constantly getting emails about him? I mean, 36... That's a wide... If he's on the low end of that, that's bad. That's really bad. But 36 to 81 is, like, pretty average. So I don't know. Star quality 48? Is that what it is? I don't know why they're constantly emailing me and telling me he sucks. I think he's fine. All right. Anyway, next we are now 47 days away from Fall Brawl. First one was from Austin. Okay, which sounds like a lot, but we were about to be so far away from the next pay-per-view. The next pay-per-view was going to be Halloween Havoc. So 47 days is actually, like, not too bad. And then after that will be Halloween Havoc. And then Champion Carnival. We're starting it. We're doing it. 3 8-man blocks. So every week. And I have to, like, it's going to be hard booking other stuff on the shows. Because I have to do, like, the 4 matches each week. Like, I can't just be like, oh, this week we're only doing 2 of them. Nope. Can't do that shit. Every week, every show, you're getting 4 fucking block matches. So, you know, gonna be a lot. We'll definitely have to put those in the game, because ain't no way I'm gonna be keeping track of that shit. I've booked leagues on my own save once or twice. Like when I booked Noah, I had to do the N1 or whatever. And, like, the first one I did, I kind of fucked up, but eventually I kind of got the hang of, like, I would not plan ahead of time. I would just know, oh, I want to come down to these 2, and I would just kind of finesse it as I went, which is kind of my plan, which is not, like, the best plan, admittedly, but I think it'll be fine. And then, of course, Thursday, WWE versus TNA. I just had my pay-per-view. So the next pay-per-view is Nick's. I don't know what Nick's next pay-per-view, but it's not for a while. So we got some TVs to grind over there. So we'll see how far we can get. But that's it. That'll do it. Oh, the Carnival belt. Yeah. Search. I want status. Well, we should do any, but we'll do retired. Is it retired? Did I not take the Champion Carnival? I don't think I took the Champion Carnival. Or would it be somewhere else? I didn't get it. Okay, great. We'll probably just make a belt. Honestly, I don't think we need to buy it, because I think if we just make it, it'll have very high prestige. You know what I mean? I think it's fine. It would be under investments. Investments. Purchase a classic title belt. Ah. Oh, it's right on top. All Japan is 76. You know what? Sure. Why not? Purchase. 40. Oh, yeah. 45,000 is nothing. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and it made it inactive. So let's go make it active. Unretire. Perfect. I love that it's the 2020 logo for the Champion Carnival. It's also the Dory Funk one, the last one they did. That's why the company died. Kind of a shame that you know, we missed 94, but 95 we're back. It's fun to have the lineage of 7-time. Although honestly, the lineage is mostly just Giant Baba, 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 Giant Baba. So that's fun. But yes, Thursday, WWE vs TNA. We'll be back next week, building the Fall Brawl. That's going to do it. If you're watching on YouTube, like the video, leave a comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you next week. Bye.